Ever wonder what the world would be like if you woke up one day and it was being controlled by robots? Ever wonder what the world would be like if you still had to use a typewriter or go back to using stone and rocks to write? Or if we just even had to do everything every day with pen and paper? Well, my motto is, why work harder when you can just work smarter? As you might be able to tell, I am pro-technology and its uses. I believe that we came a long way since it was first created, and I believe that communication is key, that anything that can make it more effective is great. I believe that areas where we lack effective communication, we need to advance it, and areas where we can use it, we need to use it more abundantly. Getting back to technology at hand, it was not always around and has advanced greatly from the past till now. It has come a long way from the Stone Age to now, and more electronic devices are being used. Since we have migrated into the technology age, we're eliminating human interaction in certain areas. For instance, when you call companies or businesses, a lot of times you have an automated system that answers the phone, and then you have to give your information, and it directs you to the department that you need to go to. But it's not that easy in that order. A lot of people get ticked off because of the fact that when you call these companies and have this automated system, you have to keep trying and trying. The system doesn't hear you or doesn't understand you, and it takes forever for you to get directed to that apartment versus where normally in the old days you would have a person on the phone who's live, happy, answering your questions first time around, get you done, get you out fast. But nowadays with this technology, it does take a little bit more time when you call this business because these automated systems aren't understanding what you're saying. So that brings a flaw into technology, and that's what a lot of people don't like about it. Another thing is that a lot of people feel that nowadays people aren't learning how to do stuff manually, especially the children that are growing up nowadays. They don't know how to do things manually, and they're just depending on the devices, especially when you see people at retail stores when they're calculating the money, calculating your merchandise or whatever, they use a register or calculator. But if that register or calculator was to ever break or go down, and you don't know how to do it manually, then you'll be out of luck. So that's a big thing, another flaw that people have about it. And they just really dislike about it. Another thing that people feel are that we're losing human interaction in some areas, and the increased use of technology devices might be a bother. A lot of people stated that since we're losing the interaction when you call the companies and being able to talk and get that live person, that it's putting more hassle, on whatever the area may be or whatever you're trying to get done. But then there's also people who actually like, where you're losing the human interaction at, especially in the healthcare profession. In the healthcare field, losing the fact that you have to do EMRs, which are electronic and medical records, they organize patient charts. So when you have that, it helps, instead of having to lug that big chart around and carry that big chart and go through and flip through so many pages to find out patient history, all their information, their medications, whatever the case may be, you have this now electronic in the computer where you can just pull it up and see everything on one screen. By doing this, it helps make it more efficient. It's very, very, it helps with time. It makes time management much, much better because you don't have to take time out to flip through and read. You have it all up on your screen for you. And then it's the best part about it, and why I love it the most, working in the healthcare field, is that it's accessible to multiple practices. So you can go to Timbuktu and they can have access to your records if need be, and vice versa. Also, another important thing about electronic medical records and technology for healthcare fields, is that it makes it less likely to lose patient information. And I don't know about you, but I've been to a doctor's office where I went and I asked, do you have such and such or X, Y, and Z? And they'll say, no, we never got that, or we misplaced it. With electronic medical records, the likelihood of that happening is slim to none. Although these points demonstrate that technology is starting to limit human interactions, it also proves that in business, especially healthcare, it is a big help in production and efficiency. Technology has come a long way from when we had the stone and rocks to the typewriters and paper and pen to now the computers, smartphones, and tablets. You lessen your contact with other people on the line. Yes, that's a flaw. You also lose the basic fundamentals of doing things on your own. But at the same time, you increase your ability to communicate with people all over the world. And also, technology makes it up in business by improving the flow and quality of healthcare in particular. So there still is controversy on technology, if it's helping us or hurting us in the long run. I guess it's a preference on what you like more. Some people don't like technology, but I love it. So everything in life has its goods and its bad with it. You might feel technology makes our society worse, but you think about it. Would you rather work harder in life or work smarter? If something can make it easier for you or do something easier for you or help you out more instead of making it take 50 million years to do it, why not like it? I feel like technology is something like everything else. You have to work at it to make it better and to perfect it. And so I think that's what we need to do. Perfect technology in the areas where it lacks, improve, and where we can use it more, try to use it more abundantly. This is my speech, and I thank you for listening. Have a good evening.
Yay!